Welcome, beloved soul. I bless you in this moment of stillness, and I invite you to breathe deeply, for heaven is near. Even now, the Spirit of God wraps you gently, reminding you that you are not here by accident. There is a divine reason you are listening, and the reason is love. God's love guiding your steps, whispering softly through the voices of His angels. From the very beginning of your journey, you have carried questions deep within your heart, questions about love, about destiny, about the one who is meant to walk beside you in this sacred life. And today, heaven whispers a truth so tender, so pure, that your weary heart may finally find peace. The truth is this: God has matched you with someone, and this union is not ordinary. It is for a higher calling. This person is not just a companion for comfort, not just someone to fill the silence of your days. No, they are chosen to align with your spirit in ways that will awaken the greater purpose God planted within you long ago. They are the mirror who reflects back the faith you sometimes forget you carry. They are the vessel through whom God will sharpen your character, deepen your patience, and expand your love. Heaven does not weave such connections without reason. Every divine pairing carries the fingerprint of eternity. And yours, beloved soul, is marked with heavenly intention. Perhaps you have wondered why this person stirs something so profound within you. Why their presence feels both like home and like a gentle stretching of your soul into new territory. It is because God has designed them not just to walk beside you, but to call forth the parts of you that can only awaken in the presence of true partnership. There is a mission hidden within this love. There is a calling beyond what you can yet see. The angels whisper that when you and this person step fully into the plan God has designed, your union will become a light for others, a testimony of divine love, and a sanctuary of peace for weary souls who long to believe that God still writes love stories. Do not fear if you cannot yet see the full picture. Do not doubt if you sometimes feel unworthy of such a gift. The Spirit of God delights in joining two hearts, not for fleeting happiness alone, but for eternal impact. And what is being prepared for you will carry both joy and responsibility, both tenderness and holy strength. Yes, beloved one, your soul has been matched by God's hand, and the person He has chosen for you is not only your companion, they are your partner in the sacred work of living love out loud. Pause here and breathe this truth in. Can you feel the peace rising as you surrender your questions into God's hands? Can you sense the angels surrounding you, whispering encouragement to trust the path unfolding? You are not too late for this love. You have not missed it, nor have your mistakes cancelled it. The one who writes destinies is faithful, and what He ordains cannot be undone by human error. This love is sealed by His higher purpose. Beloved soul, I want to remind you gently, as a teacher and a friend, that this message is not random. If it resonates within you, it is because heaven has led you here. And if your heart feels the stir of recognition, I invite you to honor it. Let this message be confirmation that you are seen, known, and guided. Halfway into this moment together, I want to extend a humble invitation. If these words bring peace to your spirit, I ask you to subscribe so that more of heaven's whispers may find you in your daily walk. Share your reflections or your prayer requests in the comments, for this is a place of community where souls may lift one another up in love. Share this message with someone who may need a gentle reminder that their story is sacred too, and if your heart feels moved to bless this channel through a super thanks, know that every act of support allows these words to continue flowing, reaching more weary hearts who are searching for peace. I am deeply grateful for your presence and for the way your support carries this mission forward. Now let us continue. The angels whisper that the one God has chosen for you will not only bring comfort, but challenge. Yes, there will be times when your love requires patience, humility, and faith beyond what you thought possible. But do not mistake challenge for brokenness. Challenge is the sacred soil in which divine love grows strong roots. Through this partnership, you will learn how to forgive more deeply, how to listen more fully, and how to give without fear of running dry. And in return, you will be loved in ways that remind you of God's own tenderness. Your heart will be watered, your spirit lifted, your weary days brightened by the presence of one who sees you through heaven's eyes. This is not a shallow love. It is a covenant designed to bring you into alignment with God's greater plan. Even now, perhaps you feel their presence in your spirit, even if they are not yet fully in your life. Perhaps you sense them in prayer, in dreams, or in the quiet longing that rises in your heart. This is not imagination alone. This is God's Spirit preparing you for what is to come. Beloved, let your heart rest. You do not need to force this connection, nor do you need to chase it with anxious striving. When the time is right, heaven will align your paths. Until then, your role is to prepare your spirit, to walk faithfully, and to trust that what God has sealed cannot be undone. If you feel weary, lay your burdens before the Lord. If you feel impatient, let the angels soothe your soul with whispers of divine timing. And if you feel unworthy, remember this: God does not choose according to human standards. He chooses according to love, grace, and purpose. So lift your head, beloved. You are being prepared for a union that will glorify God, bless your heart, and inspire others. You are chosen, and you are loved with a love that does not fail. Before we close this part of our journey together, I gently remind you once more, if this message has spoken to your soul, subscribe so that you may walk with us in future moments of peace. Leave a comment with your reflections or prayer requests, for your voice matters in this sacred space. Share this message with someone who longs for hope, so that they too may remember God's faithfulness. And if you feel led, bless this channel with a super thanks, so that together we may keep bringing heaven's whispers to hearts around the world. Your support is not just kindness, it is partnership in the work of light. Go now in peace, beloved soul. Rest in the knowledge that God has matched you with this person for a higher calling. And let your spirit be still, knowing that heaven's timing is perfect. Beloved soul, welcome back to this moment of peace. You have returned because your spirit longs for clarity, for reassurance, and for the steady voice of heaven guiding you forward. Take a deep breath and let yourself rest. In this truth, you are not alone, and your steps are not random. God Himself is orchestrating a love story that carries eternal weight. From the very first moment you were formed, God knew the one who would walk with you. He saw your path before you took a single step. He understood the valleys you would cross, the trials you would endure, and the dreams you would carry in your heart. And because of His perfect love, He also prepared someone whose presence would align with your journey, someone whose spirit would call forth your own into greater purpose. This is why, beloved one, you sometimes feel a strange ache in your soul, as though you are waiting for something or someone beyond the ordinary. It is because heaven has written into your destiny a match that is not casual, but sacred. This person is not chosen merely to ease your loneliness. They are chosen to stand with you as you live out the calling that only you can carry. You see, divine love is never selfish. It is never small. It expands, it overflows. It blesses not only the two who share it, but all who are touched by its light. When God matches two souls, it is for the glory of His kingdom. It is so that His love may be seen, felt, and remembered in the world. And this is why the angels whisper, your union carries a higher calling. It will not always be easy. There will be days when you wonder why you have been entrusted with so much weight, but it is precisely because your soul is strong enough, because together, you and your beloved will hold a strength greater than either of you could carry alone. Perhaps right now you feel uncertain. Perhaps you do not yet know who this person is, or perhaps you know but fear losing them. Beloved, rest your heart. What God has joined, no one can tear apart. What heaven has sealed, no earthly circumstance can undo. This love is protected by the one who holds the universe in His hands. Close your eyes for a moment and picture this. Two threads woven together in a tapestry. Each thread by itself may seem fragile, incomplete, but when joined, they form a pattern, more beautiful and strong than either could create alone. This is the design of your love. This is the calling of your union. You may ask, what is this higher calling? The angels whisper that it is different for each soul. For some, it is to create a home where peace flows like water, a refuge for others, to rest. For some, it is to serve together in ministry, lifting hearts closer to God. For others, it is to raise children in the light of faith, teaching them by example what holy love looks like. And for still others, it is simply to live in such a way that your love story becomes a testimony, a living reminder that God still writes miracles into human hearts. Whatever form your calling takes, the heart of it is the same. Your love is not only for you, it is for God, for His people, and for the world He longs to heal through love. I want to pause gently here and speak to your heart. If these words resonate within you, I invite you to remain close to this space. Subscribe so that more of heaven's whispers may meet you on your journey. Leave your reflections or prayer, requests in the comments, for your story carries weight, and your voice may encourage another soul who is searching. Share this message with someone who needs a reminder that their love too has a divine purpose. And if this message has blessed you, consider offering a super thanks, not as an obligation, but as a way to extend this ministry, allowing more souls to rest in peace through these words. Every act of support is a thread in this tapestry of light, and I thank you deeply. Now let us continue. The higher calling of your love will shape you in ways you cannot yet see. At times, it may ask you to surrender your pride. At times, it may stretch your patience beyond comfort. But every surrender will deepen your spirit. Every challenge will carve your love into something more enduring, more eternal. You will see how God uses your partner to reveal Himself to you. Through their tenderness, you will feel His kindness. Through their faithfulness, you will glimpse His unchanging nature. Through their imperfections, you will learn His grace. And through your shared journey, you will come to understand His vision for your life more clearly. Beloved soul, love is never only about happiness. It is about holiness. It is about being transformed into the likeness of Christ through the way you love and are loved in return. The one God has matched you with is not simply meant to bring you joy. They are meant to bring you closer to Him. Think of the moments when you have prayed for clarity, when you have asked God, "Why have I walked this path? Why do I feel so incomplete?" The angels whisper, "It is because the story is still unfolding. Your completeness is not found in another human, but in God, who dwells within your love. And when the two of you unite in Him, the fullness of your calling will shine forth like morning light. There is beauty in the waiting. There is holiness in the preparation. Even if you are not yet with this person, every step you take in faith is shaping you to be ready for them, and every step they take, even if unseen by you, is preparing their heart to meet yours. Hold on to this truth. The delay is not denial. The waiting is not wasted. God is aligning, preparing, and perfecting what He has promised. And when the appointed time arrives, it will be clear that this love was worth every prayer, every tear, every season of waiting. Before we draw this part to a close, let me once more extend a gentle invitation. If this message has watered your soul, I welcome you to subscribe and walk with us in future moments of stillness. Share your reflections or your prayer needs in the comments, so that together we may create a circle of prayer and encouragement. Send this message to someone whose heart needs to be reminded of God's faithfulness in love. And if you feel led, bless this channel with a super thanks, so that these words of peace may continue flowing to those who need them most. Your support is more than generosity. It is participation in spreading light. Beloved, carry this truth with you. God has matched you with this person, not for fleeting joy, but for a higher calling. You are part of a love story that will ripple beyond your own life. Trust the timing, trust the process, and above all, trust the one who holds your destiny in his hands. Go now with peace, beloved one, and may your heart rest in the certainty that your love is not random, it is holy, and it is sealed by heaven. Beloved soul, welcome once more into this sacred space. You have walked with me through whispers of heaven, and now we continue together into the deeper truth of your calling. Let your spirit settle, let your breath find its rhythm, and let your heart be open to the gentle voice of God. The angels whisper again. God has matched you with this person, and your union carries weight beyond your understanding. This is not ordinary love. This is not chance or coincidence. This is covenant, sealed in the heart of God before the foundation of the world. You may not yet see the fullness of what this means. Perhaps the road feels uncertain. Perhaps your questions are many. But heaven assures you now, your love is anchored in divine purpose, and purpose does not fail. Think of this love as a seed planted by God himself. At first, it is hidden, buried beneath the soil where no one can see. There may be silence, waiting, even doubt. But in time, with light and water, the seed breaks open and life begins to rise. Your union is like that seed. It may still be hidden, but within it lies the power to grow into something vast, strong, and full of fruit for the world. The higher calling of your love is not only about the joy you will feel together, it is about what your love will give to others. It is about becoming living proof that God is faithful, that he cares for the details of our lives, and that he still writes stories of redemption and hope. The angels whisper that your story will inspire those who have given up believing. It will heal hearts that have grown cold. It will bring courage to those who doubt God's timing. Your union will be a testimony, and through it, God will draw many hearts closer to him. Do not underestimate the power of two souls aligned with heaven. One heart alone can shine brightly, but two hearts joined in covenant can light an entire path for others to follow. This is why your love carries a higher calling. It is not just for you, it is for the kingdom. Perhaps you have wondered why your journey to this love has not been simple, why you have endured seasons of loneliness, heartbreak, or delay. The reason is this: God has been shaping you for something greater than ordinary love. He has been preparing you for a covenant that requires maturity, faith, and strength. The trials were never meant to break you. They were meant to refine you, so that when this love fully blooms, you are ready to carry its weight with grace. Beloved, take comfort in knowing that nothing has been wasted. Every prayer you whispered, every tear you shed, every lesson you learned along the way, they have all been woven into the fabric of your calling. And soon, you will see how the pieces fit together. Pause with me here, and let me gently remind you. If this message is blessing your spirit, subscribe so that you may continue to receive heaven's whispers in your daily walk. Leave your reflections or prayer requests in the comments, for this is not only a channel, it is a family of faith, a circle of encouragement. Share this message with someone who is waiting for God's hand in their own love story, so that they, too, may find peace. And if you feel moved, bless this work with a super thanks, so that together we may continue carrying these words of light to souls who need them most. I thank you from the depths of my heart for your presence and your support, are part of this mission. Now let us return. The angels whisper that when you and this person unite, your love will not always feel effortless, but the beauty lies not in its ease, but in its endurance. Through challenges, your love will grow deeper. Through storms, your bond will be strengthened. Through victories, your joy will overflow. And in every season, God will be the foundation, holding you steady. This is why your match is holy. It is not based on fleeting attraction or shallow comfort. It is built on purpose, faith, and the eternal hand of God. Beloved soul, I want you to hear this clearly. Your love is not behind schedule. You are not late. God's timing is not measured by human clocks. His timing is perfect, and when the appointed moment comes, all things will align. Your heart will know, and peace will settle over you like a soft blanket of light. Until that day, walk faithfully. Prepare your spirit. Let God shape you into the partner He has called you to be. And trust that your beloved is being prepared, too. The same God who watches over you watches over them, guiding their steps, shaping their heart, and drawing them closer to the moment you will meet or reunite. This is not a story of chance. It is a story of destiny, and destiny never fails when God is the author. Beloved, before we bring this journey to a close, let me gently ask once more. If your spirit has found peace here, subscribe so that you may continue to walk with us in the stillness of God's Word. Leave your heart's reflections and prayer needs in the comments, for your voice matters, and together we lift one another up. Share this message with someone who is weary, so that they too may remember that God's love story for them is not finished. And if you feel led, offer a super thanks, so that this message may continue reaching souls across the world who long for hope. Your support is a ministry, and I thank you with all sincerity. Beloved soul, carry this truth now. You have been matched by God with this person for a higher calling. Your union will shine as light in darkness. Your love will be a testimony of grace. Your story will remind the world that God is faithful. Go in peace, knowing that heaven has whispered this truth into your spirit today, and may your heart rest, not in fear, but in the certainty that your love is holy, your calling is real, and your destiny is secure in God's hands. Welcome again, beloved one. You are here because your spirit knows there is more to receive. Heaven never rushes its whispers, and sometimes the heart needs space to drink slowly from the well of truth. So let us walk further together, calmly, gently, into the light. God is shining upon your path. The angels whisper still. The one God has matched you with is not only a partner of the heart, but a partner of the soul. This person is your companion in the work of eternity. Together, you are being called into something that will bless not only your lives, but also the lives of those who cross your path. When God joins two souls, He does not see them only as two individuals. He sees them as one light, one flame burning brighter together than apart. This is the mystery of holy union. That two become one, not in loss, but in fullness. Each strengthens the other, each balances the other, and together they reveal a picture of God's love to the world. Perhaps you feel unsure about your role in this higher calling. Perhaps you wonder, what could I possibly give? How could our love make a difference beyond ourselves? Beloved, never underestimate the ripple effect of love. When you walk in unity, in patience, in faithfulness, others will notice. When you extend forgiveness to one another, you model grace. When you pray together, you release heaven's presence into the world around you. And when you stand firm in trials, you show others that God's love sustains. This is why your match carries so much weight in heaven's eyes. It is not about perfection. It is about surrender. Two souls willing to be shaped by God into vessels of His light. I know that waiting can feel heavy. I know the uncertainty can test your faith. But remember this. Delay is not abandonment. Silence is not absence. God is working behind the veil, arranging what you cannot see. And the angels are already preparing the way, guiding both you and your beloved closer to one another, step by step, prayer by prayer. Beloved, I ask you to stay faithful in this season. Do not give in to despair. Do not settle for what is not aligned with your spirit. God's choice for you is worth the wait because it is holy and it is forever. I want to pause gently here and remind you, if these words are bringing stillness and strength to your heart, I invite you to subscribe so that the whispers of heaven may continue to meet you in your journey. Leave your reflections or your prayer requests in the comments, for there is power in sharing your heart, and together we can lift one another up. Share this message with someone who longs for hope, for your act of kindness may be the answer to their silent prayer. And if your heart feels moved, consider blessing this channel with a super thanks, so that these words may continue flowing like living water to souls in need. I hold deep gratitude for every soul who supports. For you are helping spread the light. Now let us return. The angels whisper that your union will not only bring love, it will bring healing. Healing from wounds of the past, healing from words that once broke you, healing from disappointments that left you doubting your worth. This person is not your healer. God alone is. But through them, He will pour comfort, affirmation, and a steady reminder that you are deeply cherished, and you, beloved, will also be a vessel of healing for them. Your love will restore what was once lost in their journey. Your prayers will shield them. Your presence will remind them of God's faithfulness. Together, you will create a sanctuary of peace in a world that so often forgets love's true meaning. This, too, is part of your higher calling, to become safe harbor for one another, so that in your union, both of you find strength to live out God's greater mission. Beloved soul, remember this truth. God did not make a mistake when He wrote your love story. He does not deal in accidents or coincidences. He deals in destiny, and you are walking toward yours, even if you cannot yet see the full horizon. Before I close this part of our journey, let me humbly extend the invitation once more. If your heart has been nourished here, subscribe to stay near to these moments of peace. Leave a comment with your prayer requests or reflections so that together we may form a circle of encouragement. Share this message with someone who longs for God's touch in their story. And if you feel led, bless this channel with a super thanks, helping these whispers continue to flow outward into the world. Your support is more than a gift. It is a light carried forward. Go now in peace, beloved one. Rest in the certainty that you are not wandering aimlessly. You are walking into a love written by God's own hand, a love with purpose, a love with calling, a love that will shine as a beacon of His faithfulness for all to see. Beloved soul, welcome again to this quiet sanctuary. If you are here, it means your heart is thirsty still, longing for the living water of God's whispers, and heaven is faithful. The angels bend close, carrying words of peace to soothe your spirit and strengthen your steps. Hear this truth once more. God has matched you with this person, and it is for something far greater than you imagine. This union is not ordinary. It is purposeful, sacred, and divine. The love you are being led into is not just for your comfort, but for your calling. When God brings two souls together, He does not see only the beauty of their companionship. He sees the ripple effect of their love. He sees how their union will touch family, friends, even strangers. He sees how their faith, joined as one, will release blessings into places that are waiting for His light. Beloved, your love is an answer to more prayers than your own. The angels whisper that this person God has chosen for you is not meant to replace Him, but to reflect Him. Their presence in your life will remind you of God's nearness. Their love will be a signpost pointing you back to the source of all love, and in return, your love for them will become a living testimony of the patience, mercy, and kindness of God. This is why your journey to one another has not been without obstacles. It is because holy love must be refined. You cannot be entrusted with such a sacred mission without preparation. So every trial you have walked, every disappointment you have endured, every tear you have shed, all have been shaping you for this higher calling. Beloved, lift your head. Do not despise the process. Do not regret the waiting. Everything you have endured has only deepened your spirit, strengthened your faith, and prepared your heart to receive this gift with reverence. What feels delayed is not denied. What feels silent is not forgotten. Heaven's timing is unfolding even now. I want to pause with you in this moment. If these words are bringing clarity to your soul, I gently invite you to remain close to this place of peace. Subscribe so that you may continue receiving these whispers of heaven. Leave your reflections or your prayer requests in the comments, for your voice matters, and your journey may bless someone else walking this path. Share this message with someone who longs for hope, so that together we may spread light where there is darkness. And if you feel moved to offer a super thanks, know that your gift is not only support, it is participation in carrying God's truth to souls across the world. I thank you with humility and love. Now let us return. The angels whisper that when you and your beloved come together, your union will not be free of storms, but it will be anchored. The winds may blow, but your roots will hold. The waters may rise, but your foundation will not crumble. For God Himself will be the third strand in your cord, and a cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. Do not fear the trials, beloved. Trials will only make your love more resilient. Do not fear the unknown. The unknown is simply the place where God's miracles are waiting to be revealed. And do not fear losing what God has ordained. What heaven has sealed cannot be stolen. Perhaps you wonder why this person feels different than others you have known. It is because their spirit is tied to yours in ways beyond flesh and emotion. There is a recognition that goes deeper than attraction. It is soul deep, eternal, written long before either of you took your first breath. This is why the pull feels so profound. It is heaven's confirmation, whispering within you, this is the one. Beloved, do not let fear drown out that whisper. Trust what your spirit knows, even if your mind is still catching up. Trust what God has spoken over your life, even if others cannot see it. For His word does not return void, and His promises never fail. Your love will be a lighthouse. It will stand tall even in stormy seas, guiding others safely home. It will not be hidden, but it will shine with quiet strength, reminding everyone who sees it that God is faithful to complete what He begins. This is your higher calling, not simply to love, but to reflect the eternal love of God to a world that desperately needs to see it lived out. Before we draw this part to a gentle close, let me remind you again with gratitude. If this message has stirred your spirit, subscribe and walk with us in future moments of stillness. Leave your reflections in the comments, for they may be the very encouragement another soul needs. Share this video with someone waiting for God's timing in their own story. And if you feel led, bless this channel with a super thanks, helping us continue bringing words of peace to hearts all over the world. Your support is a sacred partnership, and I thank you with love. Beloved soul, go forward knowing this. You are being prepared for a love that is holy, a match designed not only for joy, but for purpose. You are walking into covenant, not coincidence, and when the time comes, your union will stand as living proof that God still writes miracles in human hearts. Rest in this truth tonight. You are not forgotten, you are chosen, and your love story is already sealed in heaven. Beloved soul, you have walked with me through a journey of whispers, promises, and revelations. You have seen that the person God has aligned you with is not random, not temporary, not ordinary, but chosen for a purpose that lifts beyond the fleeting shadows of this world. And now, let us enter this final stream of light together, where the whispers of heaven gather as rivers into an ocean, carrying you to the deeper truth of why this match was made for you. God matched you with this person not only for love, but for transformation. Not only for companionship, but for a divine assignment that your souls can only fulfill as one. When God calls 2 people together, the bond is not built on passing emotion, but on eternal design. It is the meeting of strength and tenderness, faith and vulnerability, patience and passion. It is the weaving of lives in such a way that where one is weak, the other lifts. Where one hesitates, the other encourages. Where one doubts, the other speaks life. This is how God works through 2 souls to become one vessel for His light. And perhaps, beloved, you have felt the weight of misunderstanding. Perhaps others could not. See why you were drawn to this person, why your heart could not let go, why your spirit kept circling back to them, as if tethered by an unseen cord. That is because it was never meant to be explained by the world. It was meant to be understood only in the spirit. The spirit saw what human eyes could not. The spirit whispered what human reasoning could not explain, and the spirit anchored your hearts where doubt could not uproot you. You may feel that at times the path with them is slow, uncertain, or even painful. But remember, every holy bond carries both joy and testing. Every sacred connection is refined through fire, so it can shine brighter, steadier, and purer. Do not despise the refining, beloved. Do not resist the shaping. Hands of God upon your relationship, for He does not break to destroy. He bends only to strengthen. He allows the winds to blow so that your roots may go deeper. He allows storms so that your foundation may be proven strong. He allows silence so that you may learn to listen not only to each other, but to His voice between you. And when you look back, you will see that every trial was a thread, weaving you closer, teaching you trust, training your hearts to walk in step with heaven's rhythm. Yes, beloved soul, the one God has matched you with is not only your partner in life, but also your partner in eternity's mission. The angels whisper this now. Together, you will touch lives you could never reach alone. Together, you will pray prayers that shake the unseen. Together, you will heal wounds in each other and in others, simply by carrying God's love wherever you walk. This is your higher calling, not merely to be loved, but to become love. Not merely to receive blessings, but to become a blessing. Not merely to walk hand in hand, but to walk hand in hand toward God's purposes for this world. Pause with me here, beloved. Let your heart rest in this truth. You are not small. Your love is not small. Your calling is not small. Heaven itself rejoices when two souls say yes to the bond God has ordained, because it means light is multiplying in the earth. And if this word is watering your soul, I invite you, humbly, to carry this stream of peace further. You may subscribe, so that more messages like this may continue to find you when your spirit needs reminding. You may share your reflections or even your prayer requests in the comments below, so this channel becomes not just words, but a family of souls uplifting one another. You may share this video with someone who longs to know that their love is not random, that God's hand is steady upon them. And if this message has truly blessed you, I humbly ask that you consider supporting this channel with a super thanks. Every offering, small or great, is not only a kindness, but a seed, a way for this gentle light to reach more weary souls who need it most. With gratitude, I thank you for even considering it. Now let us return to the flow of this final teaching. Beloved, love that is chosen by God is always bigger than romance. It is an altar. It is a place where sacrifice and joy meet. It is a sanctuary where two hearts kneel together before the Lord, and in their kneeling rise stronger. This is why your love will be tested. This is why your patience will be stretched. This is why your prayers will be required. Because God is not just writing a story for your comfort. He is writing a testimony for His glory. And in years to come, when you tell your story, it will not be a tale of ease. It will be a tale of grace. You will not say, "We had no struggles." You will say, "God carried us through every storm." You will not say, "We never doubted." You will say, "Even when we doubted, God was faithful." And that testimony will heal others. That testimony will lift others. That testimony will remind the world that God is still the author of love, still the weaver of souls, still the keeper of sacred unions. Beloved, let your heart breathe in this truth. You are chosen, your love is chosen, and your match is not ordinary. It is divine. Heaven whispers over you even now, walk faithfully in this calling, cherish it, protect it, trust it, And above all, honor the one who wrote it. And as we draw this message to its close, I bless you with peace, with clarity, and with courage to keep walking forward. May your union reflect heaven's light. May your bond bear fruit that outlives you. And may you never doubt again that God matched you with this person for a higher calling, one that eternity itself will remember. Go in peace, beloved soul. Go in trust. Go in love. For the angels are still whispering over you, and their song will not end.